What's cracking, guys? And boy, do I have something spectacular of a news story today that doesn't bode well for a lot of anime fans. In fact, it may even spell the end of it because, jeez, if this actually comes true, it could be bad. But we'll see as we're going to read this together and see what's going on. So, Japanese government is planning to spend $2 million to develop an AI-based system to identify anime and manga piracy websites and take them down. And this comes from the source being Anime Hunch here, which I will take you towards, which comes from a different Japanese source. Now, usually when it's like a company trying to take this down, it's never going to be that successful, nor is it going to take down everything. But this is the actual Japanese government itself going after anime and manga pirate websites, which should be singing some alarm bells in your head. And $2 million is a lot of money here. Now let's just see how the community viewed this information, as this was probably the most viral post here. How about y'all spend $2 million to pay them animators instead? Almost ratioing the original tweet. Oh my god. This would be completely fine if only like 40% of all anime wasn't inaccessible without pirating websites, especially classic anime that don't get Blu-ray releases or streaming platform releases. Most people pirate because they can't watch specific shows on licensed sites. Yes, kill your industry. That will work. Sorry, but without piracy, the anime industry will die outside of Japan. These are pretty good and valid points here. If you guys don't know, a lot of animators in Japan, they're not paid livable wages. In fact, it's more of a passion project because it's so competitive. Everyone wants to draw anime, so they don't have to pay them a lot of money. It's really sad, but it's true. And the fact that anime being inaccessible without piracy is obviously true as well. Some of you guys who don't live in the US or even, anywhere that's not Japan, obviously trying to find anime is pretty difficult, especially trying to get it legally when a lot of it is not even legal to have at all. Or if you want to try to watch Pokemon, I think we all know the joke that it is trying to watch the Pokemon anime, where all the websites that you have to bounce around just to try and watch the entire series. It's an absolute joke. In case you don't know, here we go. Netflix has the beginning, season 1, Journeys, 23, and all these movies. And then you have to go to Prime Video for seasons 3 to 5, 10 to 13, 23 to 25, and all these other X and Y's, a few seasons. Hulu, you have to jump for there for seasons 20 to 22. Pluto TV, streaming Pokemon animation 24/7. And then Roku channel, Diamond and Pearl, seasons 10 to 13, 20 to 22, also has that there. Tubi has seasons 14 to 16. Freebie has seasons 6 to 9. Hoopla has 6 to 9, 10 to 13. Happy Kids 17 to 19. I never even heard of Happy Kids. And then YouTube has all these other ones. I can't. Brother, this is a joke. But now let's jump to the article on Anime Hunch, which was taken from a website, the NHK, which is a Japanese news website, but they translated it basically the same article, so we'll go with the English version here. The anime manga industries are grappling with massive financial losses due to piracy, with damages estimated at approximately 2 trillion yen, which is 13.4 billion USD annually, according to Japanese Agency for Cultural Affairs. I mean, this guy's living a delusion. I don't even think half of that money would be accurate to how much money they would actually be losing, because a lot of people watch anime because it's so accessible and free to use, and a lot of people just don't even have the money to spend on some of this stuff out here. All right, so I googled how much money does the anime industry make, and an AI overview is telling me that in 2022 they made $28.6 billion. In 2023 they're projected, I guess they made $31.2 billion. And in 2031, they're projected to make $62.3 billion. That's a lot of money to be going up in just, 10-ish years. So basically, they're claiming they're losing 10% of their profit, which is a sizable amount, to piracy. In response, Japan's Agency for Cultural Affairs has announced plans to develop an artificial intelligence-based system to identify and target unauthorized sites hosting manga and anime. Okay, so basically there's just plans to do it. I don't know how well it's going to work and how soon this is going to come to effect, but it is the Japanese government, so obviously it's going to happen. I'll give my thoughts on how effective this is towards the end of this. The initiative is backed by a 300 million yen, around 2 million USD, allocations from the fiscal year's supplementary budget as part of a broader efforts to protect intellectual property rights. And if you guys know anything about Japan, they are very strict about intellectual property rights. The main thing here being Palworld being sued by Nintendo, the Pokemon Game Freak company out here, in response. And unfortunately, Nintendo has a 100% win rate. So like in terms of legal matters, so the things aren't looking good for Palworld at the current time. Here's hoping that Palworld concurrently, because I do think the lawsuit is a little bit ridiculous of what they're trying to copyright. But yeah, they're very, very protective of all this kind of stuff. So the AI system aims to streamline the detection of piracy sites and enhance the efficiency of takedown requests. Okay, so DMCA, I see. By automating the identification process, the agency hopes to counter the rapid growth of such sites to bolster protection of rights hosts. Okay. I mean, some of these websites have been around literally forever. And true, some of the websites have been taken down. I'm sure some of your favorite pirate websites have been taken down over this past year or two. I'm not going to name names, but yes, a lot of them have been taken down and other websites have taken their place. Things have happened, but it's kind of surprising that it takes this long to actually happen. So identifying piracy sites manually is time consuming, costly, and has its limits. By holding a more effective countermeasure, we aim to reduce piracy sites and enhance the protection of right holders, the Agency of Cultural Affairs stated, explaining the decision. I'm sure that it's very costly and time consuming to do all the legal paperwork out there. I'm sure everyone knows that anything in the legal department is a freaking nightmare because it's made to be a nightmare. The system will train AI to recognize piracy websites by analyzing layouts, advertisements, and content patterns. Advertisements is interesting. It will also utilize image recognition to detect unauthorized use of manga and anime materials provided by publishers. I mean, again, it makes a lot of sense here. Like, okay, even analyzing the common ads that are with pirate websites, it's like local MILFs in your area or something like that. Oh yeah, that's how we know this is a pirate site, baby. But yeah, it makes sense. Using images from direct manga is probably the easiest because you can't really change the images of manga too much. I know, like, it will eventually know, like, wait a minute, this is pretty much one for one here. I mean, just to see how, like, serious they do this, recently 2 individual suspects of leaking Shonen Jump's chapters ahead of their official release were arrested. In their ongoing trials, prosecutors are seeking prison sentences and hefty fines, reflecting the government's stringent stance on piracy. Japan also has taken action against multiple piracy websites, both within and beyond its borders. One of the most high-profile cases being the notorious piracy of MANGA. Actually, I've never even heard of that one. But all right. Tokyo just ordered the site's former operator to pay 1.7 billion yen, 11.4 million USD in damages to 3 major publishing houses, Shogakukan, Kodokawa, and Shueisha. Wow, that's a lot of freaking money. I mean, yeah, the ones that I would know that were taken down were Antiwave and Anti-Surge, taken down a collective push to combat all this stuff. There's a lot of things going on. Now, does this mean that the end of all anime piracy websites, either, you know, anime or manga, is that really going to happen? No, absolutely not. Because you know what the thing that's said here that really tricked my alarm bells here is to issue takedowns. Now, anime, you know, like DMCA stuffs, like, yeah, sure, it can be scary, but a lot of the time they struggle to actually enforce it in foreign countries where these pirate websites are hosted. They have to go to like other places in the world that they have no jurisdiction over and can cause serious, you know, like political issues if they try to invade these places. So like I can see that this is probably going to be something where they're just going to be wasting probably 2 million USD trying to crack down on all of this piracy that's going on. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I've been through this song and dance millions of times. I've seen them do countless things trying to take down anime piracy things, and it's always going to be the case. Something new is going to pop up, and it's just going to be a continuous cycle. Something new is going to pop up. It's just going to copy and paste the old one, and they're going to have to do all this legal stuff, go through all these processes again, and it's just going to take forever before the website's going to get eventually maybe get taken down, and then they're just going to do the same thing. A quick second, boop, and another one appears. I mean, it's a complete joke that, you know, they think piracy is going to disappear and everyone's going to pay for things. Because Crunchyroll recently did this right here, which I think is the stupidest thing ever. Where on their official Twitter, heads up One Piece fans, starting soon, some One Piece arcs will require premium membership, but the first 206 episodes, East Blue to Sky Island, will stay free, so new fans can start Luffy's journey at no cost. Mark your calendars for each phase of this update. December 23rd, Water 7 to Fishman Island being paid. January 20th, Punk Hazard, Whole Cake, 6 specials, and, you know, so on and so forth until they all become subscription only. And all of the comments here, oh, you know what that means? The world has truly entered the Great Pirate Era. Fucking eclipsing with 27k likes, completely obliterating with their own anime that they're locking. Cool, I'm just going to pirate it. I highly encourage everyone to pirate Yo Ho Ho. I might actually drop my premium in protest of this and the removal of comment section. The comment section has happened a long time ago. And honestly, everyone is just completely crapping on Crunchyroll during this entire thing out here. It's corporations just trying to earn more money. It really is. And let's be real, I don't think it's bad for corporations to want their share of profits, okay? You know, like, you know, Oda deserves all the money in the world for making One Piece. He's done great work there, okay? I'm not saying Oda doesn't deserve money, but at the same time, like, there's just a number of things out there where paying for anime or manga is just completely, you just can't do it. Mostly because maybe it's too expensive, like it's becoming more than cable TV at this point. You just can't get it where you are because of legal reasons and rights and things like that, or it's split across multiple paid subscriptions to increase inflation costs even more. It's ridiculous. Or, you know, like it's whatever, it's been banned in your country because it's too violent or too lewd or things like. There's many different reasons as to why manga or anime are just not available to people, and people just want to consume the medium because they're fans of it. I would have obviously not have been a fan if it wasn't for Crunchyroll, which was a piracy website in the past, streaming a lot of my favorite anime. And, you know, I watched Hayate no Gotoku there, or Hayate the Combat Butler. Ridiculous name, I know, but that's the reason I watched it. I loved it. And I just grew from my love of anime through all of that. I do think that there's some threat going on because it's the Japanese government trying to step in place of the actual corpos themselves to combat this. And make more money. I do think that's something a little bit alarming. Maybe the AI technology can actually do more than what humans can possibly do in a fraction of the time. Certainly. But is this actually going to finish off piracy for good? Well, let's just wait and see. But for now, I just hope you guys enjoyed my take on this, on my Noble News arc out here. I do think it was important to cover this because it is a big anime topic, very scary in general. But for now, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for any news updates regarding anime and manga out here. I'm always happy to cover all that stuff out there, being a ginormous weeb that I am. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have plenty more for you guys to check out, but for now, I'll see you beautiful sons of guns again in the next video.
You crazy mother...